All right, folks, are you ready for this morning? Are you pumped? Because I'm pumped. So, as promised, I am wearing a special outfit for all of you because that's what we do on cosplay day. This morning, I am the lady of the manor. I hope everyone's super stoked about this dress because I am pumped about this dress. So we've been doing a lot of things like that are like vintage and things that are like, you know, the interior decor of very fancy homes and things. So I have got this. Hold on. I'm just gonna stand just a little bit. I have got this dress. How lit is this? Like, I know that I'm supposed to be from like 1822, but I don't think I'm gonna talk like that because this is dope and sick. Like, I can't. I'm so excited. I have a really tall hat too that goes with it, but it casts a giant shadow on my green screen, so I couldn't wear it, but I kind of tilted my camera down so everyone could see, and I got like a necklace with it. Haha. Good morning, Adobe Live. My name is Voodoo Val, and today is cosplay day. I always love to wear a cosplay or a costume or something on the very last day of our round of challenges. And I'm going to show you folks how you can get involved in the challenge, how you can download starter files, get involved with me. If you have never seen anything or heard anything about these daily creative challenges, I'm going to show you all that you need to know. If you would like to be involved in this, if you would like to head over and get a little more information, all you have to do is go to the landing page, which is on behance.net/challenge/Photoshop. Cosplay day is best day. That's what I think too, Gus. That's what I think too. Ta-da! Everybody's, I think I've accidentally found myself like an Adobe Live catchphrase, and I didn't mean to do that. I guess Howard has his boops and I have ta-da now because everyone's been asking me to say it. But I'm gonna jump over here to the landing page because I would like for all of you folks to download the starter file and come do this last challenge with me. So this is what the landing page looks like. This is behance.net/challenge/Photoshop, as I mentioned. You can see that we have 1 through 9 challenges uploaded here. Basically every morning for the last 9 business days, 9 weekdays, there was a challenge that was released to you folks right here. So we have done all kinds of stuff. We did animated portraits, we did vintage paintings, we created backdrops, we made mock-ups, we did all kinds of stuff, and today we are going to alter text, and it says alter text, making it mimic candle flames using distortion filters. So I'm pretty pumped about it. I think it's gonna be really cute, it's gonna be really cool. There's a lot of stuff that you can do with this, and you don't have to do flames and candles if you don't want to. You folks can actually choose your own images and go your own direction with the entire challenge if you want to, okay? Am I the only one who took up Val's cosplay challenge on Discord? Did you? Oh my gosh, I did issue a challenge to everyone. I said it's cosplay day. It's cosplay day, so who's... Oh my gosh, where did you post it? Where did you post it? Hold on, I'm gonna scroll through here. I'm scrolling through here. I'm really excited. Is this you? Oh my gosh, we're like in the same dress! Ah! We look so cool! We look so awesome. Let me pose. Hold on, I'll pose just like you. Oh my gosh! We went like the same route. This is amazing. We had the same... Ah! Okay. All right, Judith. Klinger. So I also issued a challenge to everyone since today is cosplay. I told everyone, if you want to do cosplay too, you can put a costume on and take a picture and put it in the Discord because I would love to see your costumes as well. Oh my gosh. Judith, thank you so much. That just made my whole morning. Oh my goodness. This is amazing. If anyone else If you are Lady of the Mana, you cannot deny it. Hey, if anyone else has any costumes, please post them. Please, please post them. Even if you didn't intend to, but you have one and you would like to take a picture and post it later on today, please post it. Please tag me because I want to see it, and I'm sure Judith does too. Because right now, me and her are the only ones that look like we're from 756. Okay, 1756, and it's a hard burden to carry on one's own. Okay. It's a hard burden. All right, so also we have a Discord. If you go to bit.ly/psdiscord, you can jump in here, you can share all of the things that you make for all of our challenges, and you can post pictures of yourself in costumes if you want, if you so choose. Is there a link to the Discord group? Yes, Sam has just posted it in the chat there, bit.ly/psdiscord. Make sure that D in Discord, that first D is not capitalized. It's capital P, capital S, Discord. All right, so we've gone to the landing page, we've gone to the Discord. Again, if you would like to join me, all you have to do is download the starter file by hitting this Get Started button on Warped Type today, and then we will be into it. Last but certainly not least, if you're over on the YouTube channel and you're wondering where the heck all these people are that I'm talking to, please head to behance.net/live. That is where I am reading the chat. That's where the party is happening. That is where Judith is in costume, okay? That is where the cosplay is happening this morning. And yes, so there's gonna be a mod over in the YouTube channel, but I will not be actively reading the YouTube chat. So yours is not a costume. General Kenobi, hello there. It's good to see you. It's not 1756, it's 1707 here. 1756 is 49 minutes away. My uniform looks like Harry Potter's uniform. Oh my gosh, please post it. Honestly, like, throw on some glasses and draw a lightning bolt on your forehead. It counts for cosplay day. Anything, please post. I would love to see your costumes. All right, let's not waste any more time. Let's jump into today's challenge, because I know that there's been a lot of excitement already this morning with the costumes and all that good stuff, but we do have to jump into what we have planned for for today. So I am gonna open Photoshop. This is your starter file. This is the file that I have prepared for you, okay? It says, again, alter text, making it mimic flames using distort filters, but we kind of have to set the stage first before we do all this, right? Because what I don't want to do is teach you guys how to do a cool thing and then kind of leave you hanging, like, what do I, like, what do I do with this? How do I, put this into, how do I make this relevant to a project, basically? So I have a stock image for you folks. It is from the free version of the Adobe stock, or it should be, I believe. I'm pretty sure it's the free image, yes. And I would ask that you download it. Actually, let me exit out of this text there, okay. I would ask that you download it because we are going to do some interesting stuff. It's like an isolated candle with a very soft shadow and a flame. We're gonna get rid of that flame because we're gonna use the pen tool to do some cool stuff. But this is what we're gonna be working with. I also have a little plume of flame created here for you, which we can drag. If you'd like to move a layer from file to file, all you have to do is drag that file, hover up here over the new file title, and then bring it down and drag it in here. So I've got this flame, and I just wanted to make something that was, a little interesting that you could put here, because we're gonna make like a big flame coming from this candle. And I'm also, it says color overlay. I'm gonna turn that color overlay off just so I could see this. So the idea here is that we are going to edit out this this candle flame that is already present here in this image. We are going to use the pen tool to create a plume of smoke, and you can be like, honestly, you can be as crazy and wild with this as you want to. You really can be like pretty crazy with this, because I'm gonna grab my brush by hitting B on my keyboard, and I'm gonna do a little bit of sketching here, because what I'd like to do is kind of show you what I envision when I'm doing this. So I did make a tiny little flame, You know, I don't want to do anything wild and extravagant, just in case some of you folks don't want to go that route. But what I kind of envision is something like this, okay? I am going to grab some of that blue. Also, you can sample colors that are around on your canvas by holding Alt and clicking down. I'm just going to do a quick concept sketch, okay? So I imagine I will take this, you know, this flame out, okay? And then what I want to do is make, you know, shapes like this with the pen tool. And we can do, you know, something like this. Maybe that is how we do something like this, okay? So it kind of, you know, kind of comes down like that. Just give it some flames. And there would be like text, you know, inside this flame, you know, and it's big and it's bold. And then I'd like to do some little one-offs, you know, like little flamey, you know, portions that are just like sticking off, you know, here, that are also kind of like flame-esque, and then have, you know, like lines or maybe zigzags or something that's just like, you know, expressive and like punchy, you know, just kind of like maybe just, you know, stuff like this. It's just, you know, like coming out from all this just to be fun and funky. And then I'd like to do something like that. So it's kind of like animated, kind of neat. You could even do something fun with the actual text. I was just gonna use for today like lorem ipsum, so that we don't spend too much time on copywriting, but you could do stuff like let there be light, or, you know, just the word flame over and over. You could get really cool with some different fonts and all kinds of stuff. But yeah, I just really wanted to kind of do something like this. So it's like poppy. I hope everyone can kind of visualize the kind of concept I'm going for. So how do we do this? Well, the first thing I'm going to do is get rid of this flame, and it's really simple for me to do so. All I'm going to do is grab my patch tool, which is the J key on your keyboard. If you hit J and you do not start you do not find the patch tool, it's probably because something else is selected. So all you have to do is right click that and come over and select the patch tool out of that drop down. And I'm going to select this little portion here, and then I'm going to drag that over. And it still gives me like a little tiny plume here, but that's okay. I'm just gonna do it again till it comes down. So one thing, I guess I should say this about the patch tool. Sometimes you have to mess with the stuff here when it comes to using the patch tool, because sometimes you will get like a kind of a blurred effect whenever you are like kind of using the patch tool to subtract or substitute something for another bit of texture. So experimenting with this, jumping back and forth from normal to content aware to see its different settings, is actually really useful if you want to be a little cleaner with your patch tool. So now we have our little flame gone. Now let's grab, I mean, we can use this if we want. This is the shape that I have already created for you, so I'm just gonna go ahead and put that like that, okay? I am gonna use this, but what I'm gonna do is also come in and kind of use the pen tool to add a little bit extra, right? So I've got this down. Now I'm gonna press P on my keyboard for my pen tool. If you don't see the pen tool, it's probably, again, because it's hidden in the drop down here. So all you have to do is right click that pen tool and select the tool you wish to use. I'm gonna click where I want to start. I'm gonna click and hold where I want to end, and then I'm going to drag, okay? Until I get that nice bend there, which I think looks really good. And then what I'm going to do is I am going to grab, with holding Alt, I'm going to grab this arm here and move it this way, because my very next point is going to warp and adhere to my canvas in a way that follows that next point, and I don't want it out, like way out there like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and move it, and then I'm gonna click here Oops. Let me see if I can do something like this. Okay. And then I'm going to close it. Now I'm gonna click here because I want to edit that little arm as well, and maybe pull this one back because I want something smooth. You know what I'm saying? I want smooth. That might work smooth wise. Let's see if I can. There we go. I might leave it like that. There we go. And then I'm just gonna say shape. Okay. Now that made a white shape, but that's okay because these are all eventually going to be the same color. I'm gonna do the same thing here. Click where I want to start. Click and drag where I want to end. I'm gonna use my Control or Command if you were on a Mac. My Control to kind of move this over. I'm gonna also bring that right down in there. I'm gonna bring this up like that, and then I'm gonna bring that. Ooh, that actually looks, gosh, that looks really cool. And I would normally, you know, spend a little bit more time kind of making these extra fancy, but I do want to make sure that I have time to get into every single thing I want to do today. So this right here is going to be my last one, and I'm just doing that same thing. I'm just clicking and dragging. I'm going to move this arm up here so it's kind of going in the direction that I'm going to tap next. There we go. And I want to move one of these arms. There we go. Okay, so now I have like this little flame part up there. Boom. All right, so it's a little bit wonky. Like I said, I would normally spend a little bit more time on it, but what I'm gonna do is I'm just going to group these together so they're all grouped. Basically what I did was I held Shift and selected those layers, and then pressed Control or Command G to group them together. And now what I'm gonna do is I'll duplicate them with Command J, duplicate that, and I am going to convert to smart object, just so I have a smart object here. And we are getting close on time, so I'm gonna try and speed this up. So I have my little flame, right? And then I am going to snag some text real quick. So I'm gonna hide this just for a moment so we can focus on some text. I'm gonna hit T on my keyboard, and I am going to drag, almost like dragging a marquee box out with my text tool, okay? And what oops. You know what I did is I pressed a button that could be considered like using, like typing. I pressed my space button, and I shouldn't have because it removed my text. So I'm gonna drag that out one more time. There we go, and I've got some text that comes up. So I'm going to double click all this, select it. I'm gonna change this to like a 24, I think is actually pretty good. And I'm just gonna Control C, and Control V and just duplicate this so I have tons of text, all right? And all I'm gonna do, let me get rid of this one here. How to hide the text guides. I believe that you can hide the text guides just the same as you hide, let me see, like when you're like, if I'm in this mode and I'm transforming them, I can just go Control H, and then I'm still transforming it, but Control H has hidden guides. And then if I do it again, then it comes back. So I have these here, right? And what I'm gonna do is, there's a lot of way that you can mess with this. So I could, for example, I could come in here, I could go Control U and bump that up to white, make that all completely white. And I could, if I wanted to, and this would be odd, this is like not the same, this is not exactly what you folks might be expecting, but I could do like a negative kind of situation here where I overlay this, and maybe I select all of this text and turn it the same color as the background, something like that, so that it's kind of like cut out here, and then we can also right click and I would convert to smart object so that it's not text, and do a clipping mask, so that when we turn this, we can rotate this and have words kind of in the shape of the flame. Or what I think would be a better idea is if we made our text I'm actually going to duplicate that instead of making a brand new file. So let me hide that. I am going to Control T, nope, Control U, and I'm just going to bump that up so that this is white again. The next thing we can do is mask it in the shape of the flames, right? So I am just going to come down here to our flame, hold Control, click that shape there, that icon there, so that we can select the shape of the flames. And then with the lorem ipsum layer selected, all I have to do is hit my mask, okay? And then I'm gonna hide that, okay? So now I have flames, and one of the cool things about this is that the flames are adhering to that, you know, that shape there. Oops, escape. I'm gonna unlock that. Okay, so I want to call attention very specifically to what I just did. There was a locking mechanism in here, a little chain mechanism here, and I've undone that because what I want to be able to do is move this around, and it goes back to its blue state, but I want to be able to rotate and move this around without the actual shape of my flame moving. So if I hit enter, basically I turned that around, and the flame itself, the flame shape, stayed separate from the transform of the text. So that adds, like, you know, kind of some text right there. And then what I'd like to do is come into filter, and you could do a lot of stuff. You could go to distort, and you could go to, let's see, what could we do? We could do like Spherize, see what Spherize looks like. So it would be like, you know, something like this. Turn the amount down just a little bit. I can't really see because it's white text. But let's try that. Let's just see what that looks like. I'm gonna crank it down just a little bit. Let's just see what that looks like. What does that do? Oh, it kind of bows it, but maybe not as much as I want. So what I'm actually gonna do is Control T. You know what I don't want is for it to show me the blue. So what I'm gonna do while I'm transforming it, because I've chosen that blue that's the same color as the background, and that's what it reverts to. I can't really see very well when I start to transform it. As a smart object, it will revert back to its original state while I'm transforming it. So for the time being, I am going to make like a placeholder background that is this color, so that while I'm working, whenever I transform, I can see the text. Okay, so now, yeah, there we go. Now when it turns back to blue, I can see it. A really easy, super simple way, instead of going through and looking through the different filters, is just to grab a warp. Now all I did was Control T to free transform, and I can come in here and I can start warping things around just to kind of get this. I want to do like this S curve so that these words are like following the edge of this flame. Okay, if that makes sense. I'm gonna try and kind of like block them in that way. Another thing that you can do is if I add split warp horizontally, I can actually add splits, okay, to start breaking this up so that I have more of an ability to kind of arc this. So now I can come in here, I can get in really close quarters here and start to warp and pull things around. And it works. It's not like 100% extra fancy right now. Most of the time, these challenges I would spend a little bit more time working on, but this works for my current you know, desire to kind of show you how to like bend and warp things. And I'm kind of just imagining this in a 3D space so that I can push and pull this into the shape of my flames, like so. I'm just going to go ahead and hit enter because I am coming to a close here and I don't want to get cut off. But I have my flames, and then what I would do actually is I would come in with a brush with a selection tool, and to kind of spice this up so it doesn't look like I just warped some text into the shape of some flame, is I would come in with a brush or come in with a stroke or something on those shapes, and I would do something like this where I would kind of start adding some lines, make it extra stylish, you know, kind of put this border in here for these flame bits, and then start doing, you know, my lines, and or maybe I write something right here and I have like a big like kablam, like, you know, exclamation for like a promo or something. Maybe there's like you know, these like little notes and stuff for this whole thing that I'm doing, all this kind of stuff. I'm sure you've seen that. Maybe I draw like something around the edge here and make something like super fancy and cool to look at, things like that. Oh no, I got cut off. Oh no! Oh no!